Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at when women get rejected and men stop simping. But let's dive right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Thank you. All right.
I guess that wasn't the fairy tale ending she was hoping for, eh?
Responding to a comment again, I posted a picture of myself on Instagram, and a man commented and said, "Pretty." And I responded saying, "Thanks, King." And then he goes, "Big ears." And then a girl comments under his comment and said, "Wow, you don't have to point that out. She's probably really self-conscious about it." And then he comments and says, "As she should be. I will fight you all."
I think it's safe to say she probably heard those comments before she even read them.
Height matters.
Yeah.
But guys can't change how tall they are.
I mean, y'all always expect us to be short.
I don't judge people based on stuff they can't change, because that's just wrong.
No, I agree. I completely agree
cool.
with that statement.
So when you say height matters, you're judging based on something they can't change. Okay. So the point of this interview
But that's a preference.
is your preference is invalid because you can't change it. They could be
invalid.
Yeah.
That's a
invalid
preference.
Why? But I can't change it.
opinion.
I can't change
that's
it.
my
Hey,
preference.
she's a 3 and she's a 2. I'm just being real.
Well, you know what? I'm just being real. I'm being real.
It's just like,
I'm afraid that's typical 3 and 2 behavior. The second they get called out, they turn violent.
You know what? I'll be in it. Hi.
You guys are freshmen in college?
Maybe.
Not interested.
Wait, what are you famous for though?
Let's see. What am I famous for?
Talk to me. I don't want you. I don't want you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
But what are you famous for? Like, I
Well-
want to know.
Relax, ladies. Getting hostile like that just shows your insecurity.
Instead of popping her balloon, I'll pop that fupa.
I already put, guess what? Fupa. And the way you was looking at me when
Pop
you
that
came in,
fupa.
you thought.
I was
You
looking.
thought that you was him. You thought that I would go for you like that, like the rest of these. Nah, it's not that. Baby.
Nice
You
young lady.
talking about a fupa. You talking about a fupa and did because you talking about a fupa, but at the end of the day, you will and is because at the end of the day, and I said what the said.
You gonna move on to the next?
Yeah.
He didn't need to pop her balloon because popping her giant ego was so much more satisfying.
I promise you, you're gonna end up with nothing. I promise you that.
So I'm the one who gets cheated on, and then you're the one who gains everything.
It doesn't matter, and it's just your word against mine. Like, of course they're gonna believe the woman.
Well, I mean, of course they're going to believe the women. Like, this system is so
Well, that's my
biased
point.
towards you women.
That's
So
my
no,
point. You're gonna
I'm going to
have-
be lawyering up, and at best, you're going to get just half.
I don't even need to get a lawyer. I'm honestly gonna get everything, and you're just gonna end up living in your mom's basement suite for the rest of your life. And
What a spiteful woman. Hell hath no fury like a woman.
It sounds like she was planning this divorce for a while. Let's just hope the court rules in his favor.
I don't want to date a Chad, and I feel like most girls don't want to date a Chad.
Fair enough.
Okay, what do you want to date then if it's not a Chad?
Someone who doesn't identify as a Chad.
Oh my god. So you just want to date like a 6'3" handsome white guy that like is humble. That's it. That's like the only difference.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoever she ended up with is definitely going to be doing the heavy lifting when it comes to the brains in that relationship.
When did women become such losers when it comes to something as simple as making a delicious meal for their man, or just giving him basic respect? Now, I know the word loser sounds harsh, but there's no other word to describe someone who brings nothing to the table except an attitude and entitlement. No man deserves this, they comment to beautiful women cooking beautiful food, whilst they sit comfortably in their house or apartment that was built by a man, on their technology that was created by a man, and enjoying their freedom that was fought for by men. And if a man who has committed his entire life to you doesn't deserve something as simple as a delicious, warm, homemade meal every single night, then what exactly does he get out of marriage? Now you may be ready to comment, "Gosh, what a pick me." And frankly, go ahead. It doesn't offend me, especially since there's a reason that I've been picked. And picked by an amazing man at that. A man that I would cook anything he desires simply because he's my man.
It's funny how a lot of people hate on the term pick me when it's still way better than the alternative.
How tall are you?
5'1".
What's the minimum height that you would date in a guy?
5'10".
minimum height?
How tall are you?
5'9".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6'4". I gotta get my kids right.
How tall are you?
5'6".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 foot. I like me a good height difference.
How tall are you?
5'7".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6'2". I just like a guy who's taller than me.
How tall are you?
5'4".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
5'10". That's a good distance from my height.
How tall are you?
5'7".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 foot. I want you to be taller than me when I'm wearing heels.
How tall are you?
5'4"-ish.
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 foot. Cause why not?
How tall are you?
5'2".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
5'10". I would never date a short guy.
How tall are you?
5'1".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
5'10". I just can't do a short guy.
How tall are you?
5'4".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
5'11". That's a good height.
How tall are you?
5'2".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
5'11". I don't want no short man.
How tall are you?
5'3".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 foot. Cause I don't want nobody short.
How tall are you?
5'2".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 feet. You have to be taller than me. 5'5".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
6 feet. Cause it's a good height.
How tall are you?
4'10".
What's the minimum height that you would date?
Here, but preferably around here. I'm already short. I don't want my kids to be short too.
Let's just be real. None of these women are gonna end up dating a man who meets their delusional height requirements.
My last marriage, he was not very much a leader.
Well, he was trying to lead you. He was like, I don't want you doing X, Y, Z, but you were being rebellious.
By not wanting to eat.
You literally cheated on him. But you
I-
said he was controlling, but you ended up cheating on him.
I did.
So men, when it comes to protecting doesn't just mean protecting you from immediate threats of physical violence. It can mean protecting the relationship against your own, no offense, desires. Oh, I want to have a bunch of single girlfriends who are invariably going to end up hating my boyfriend or husband or whatever. By the way, single girlfriends are like the worst thing ever for a relationship. They want their girlfriend back. They want to do hood rat. You know, she's prioritizing the husband over the single girlfriends who want to do hood rat and go get drunk at some bar and go some SoundCloud rapper. Women will put their own relationship at risk. And it's our job as men to be like, no, you're not going to do this really stupid that puts you in a high probability position of cheating.
It's not that men aren't leading, it's that most modern women are basically immune to doing what's best for them.
So there we go.
I don't like your music. They think you're cute.
This girl. Oh my God.
Well, at least she told him now, so he knows not to waste any more of his time.
I'm blind dating girls based on their phone. What's inside their phone. There's lots of folders, but like nothing in the folders. We got 10 hours and 40 minutes screen time. That's the worst so far. You piece of shit. What are you doing all day?
DoorDash.
No, I don't want to hear excuses. Oh, I use my phone for work. Number 5, get out of here. You're gone. Level 2 is notes. July, call with Josh. Let's play this.
No, don't do that.
No? So Josh, I'm assuming, is an ex. They're trying to work it out. And now she's on a dating show. So
I know.
that's a bit of a red flag.
Surprise.
Phone 4, you're out of here. You're gone. It's all private?
Yes, there's no history.
Oh my gosh. Oh. We're gonna have to get the DMs faster than this. DMs and text. You're nervous about that one, see? Man. Phone number 3, you're out of here, dude.
I just feel sorry for that guy. Were those women really the best options they could find?
You can see that this person is objectively unhealthy.
Okay, that was me. And actually in that picture, I was only 500 pounds.
Oh, that's my bad. You're still morbidly obese. You're making light of your terrible health while fitting into shoes like this.
You have so much to say about my ankles, but can your ankles do this?
I probably can't do that, to be fair, but at least I can see my ankles.
Where are you from, sweetheart?
Michigan.
Michigan, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, 27. You have any kids?
Yes, I do.
How many kids?
I have 4 kids.
You have 4 kids. How old are your 4 children?
I have a 10-year-old, and then I have an 8-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old, and I have I gotta think, she's 6 months now. Yep, okay.
But how many men, eh?
Who are you talking to?
What do you want? No, you said. Are you serious?
Yo, you just told me we could.
Think about it. You told. Okay, sorry, because he was just saying he wanted to be single, And now that I'm on here looking for someone,
why the fuck are you even on that anyway?
Leave me alone. Like, seriously, go back over there and cry like you was.
Yo, see what I'm
That's
talking
weird.
about?
So what was the question?
How you gonna tell me to sit here and think about it, and then you sit here
No,
and do some
he always. So you know Kendra, you be watching her show?
It don't even matter. How the fuck
you know Kendra? Wait a minute.
How did you
How did you know it was Kendra?
How
did you know it was Kendra?
I can hear her voice. I can hear the voice.
Kendra, don't you think that's a little suspicious that he just know your voice? That means that he be on here watching, right?
Yo, get off that.
Yeah. No, I gotta go. Thank you. Nah, come here.
Maybe she should focus on her existing relationship before she jumps on any more dating shows.
So, my first claim is my trauma is as bad as yours. Who is this diva?
Name's Earl.
But have you ever passed a kidney stone, which is more painful than giving birth dead out, and then your boyfriend of 3 years dumps you, all in a 4-month period?
One of our trucks hit a mine outside Da Nang. 1 minute, Petey was cracking jokes, and the next, half of him was hanging off a tree. You ever hear a man scream with no lungs?
Why did that story give me actual chills? Okay, Slay, you definitely have more trauma than me. Okay, that's embarrassing.
Now this is satire. Some people these days are out here acting like they got it bad, but there's always someone out there who's had it worse. Be grateful.
I caught my wife's friend sneaking her out to the club at 11 p.m.
Ale, we go to the club, remember? We have a table. We go. Hey, we have a table. Come on, in the corner. Let's go, come on.
Whoa, what the hell are you doing? Babe, what the hell? I told you you're not going to
Who's coming with us?
What? No.
It's not even that late.
Controlling behavior is the most unsexy little boy behavior. If she wants to go, why does the husband have a say? I love her friends. Why is he so controlling? Who is he to tell her where she can and cannot go? Her husband. That's who he is. The comments were flooded with people like this defending these thought women from trying to drag their friend to a club. If you agree with these people and these friends dragging this wife out, breaking into the house, dragging the wife out, you're the problem.
He's absolutely right. I can't even imagine the backlash if a bunch of guys tried the same stunt.
Every time I'm around a guy and his friends, I get so jealous of them. So jealous. Like, I will never experience that kind of friendship or companionship. And as much as girls like to say online, they're like, no, I support other women. I love girls. Like, I'm a girl's girl. Like, that crap. It's not real. No one actually carries it out. No one actually, even though they believe this concept, it is not shown through their actions. And I know it makes me sound like a pick-me and like an attention seeker. Like, yeah, like all of these girls hate me. Everyone is so jealous of me. I know that's how it sounds, but like genuinely, like I'm not a freaking idiot. Like you can kind of tell when someone low-key doesn't like you and they're just being nice to you, but they can't stand you. I promise I'm not as insufferable as I seem online. Like, I'm genuinely a nice person and I give everyone a chance, but like, gosh, it is so lonely. I realize I'm not gonna have any bridesmaids at my wedding. I have my sisters and those are probably the only women that will end up in my life because girls are so competitive and so catty and everything is passive. No one will ever be direct with how they feel. And it makes me sad because I don't know how I'm ever supposed to feel fulfilled in that capacity. All of my friendships have been cooked in one way, shape, or form, and the root cause has always been someone has been jealous. There was some sort of resentment that was growing that was never confronted. But why were they resentful? Because they were jealous of something I was doing or my social media, which sounds so pick-me and disingenuous, I know. But like, that's just what happened. I promise this isn't a self-pity rant, but I figured someone else has to be experiencing this. I cannot be the only person that is completely antisocial.
I always find it weird how so many women resent other women and can't stand seeing each other happy.
Well, we know that no one hates women more than other women, and in a recent study that will be shocking to absolutely no one, the results showed that male students show more tolerance for their political enemies than females show for their own allies. That's right. In other words, women are meaner to people on their own side than men are to people who sit on the opposite side of an issue. Look at this chart. What do you notice? Well, there is no overlap between the genders. Being a man is what makes you more tolerant. That's literally it. So that's probably why when we get home and complain about that picky at work and the men in our lives don't seem to care, it's not that they don't care about us, they're just unbothered in their lane, moisturized, thriving. And in this specific study, men were 3.5 times more likely than women to be tolerant of someone they disagreed with. So basically, none of this is surprising, though I think the only people who will fight the results of this study are liberal women.
Yeah, this isn't really news to anyone except the women who float through life with their head in the sand.
But being a stay-at-home mom is not a hard job. You guys, is it frustrating at times? Yeah.
To all the stay-at-home moms, I feel like you're lying. Because of what I get to do for work, I can still stay home and pay all the bills. And my wife will have to go to work to make her money. And I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I'll stay at home and I'll take care of my daughter. And while I'm taking care of my 1-year-old daughter, I can give her 3 meals a day, change her on time, get her into her naps, play time, arts and crafts time, and still make sure the entire place is clean. And I can clean the whole apartment while watching her before 12 or 1 o'clock. And yes, I know an apartment is different than a home, but I have a 2,300 square foot apartment, so it's not tiny. But I do know that I can just be ignorant to a lot of people's situations. So can someone please tell me, when does being a stay-at-home mom become hard?
Being a stay-at-home mom is not hard. The cleaning, the cooking, the laundry, that's easy. It's hard because I haven't had an uninterrupted thought since 2020.
Being a stay-at-home mom is easy.
Sorry, but can we just talk about how much stay-at-home moms suck? I keep seeing videos of them talking about how hard it is on my FYP.
When other women are admitting it's not that hard, anyone complaining about being a stay-at-home mom is just looking for attention.
Why the are you trusting anonymous on this app? Do not believe everything you read on there. I did a little experiment in the Denver T app area, okay? So I posted a man that I met in Arizona like a while ago that there's no way anybody in Denver would have talked to him or seen him or anything. Like, he's never even into Denver. Just to see if some say something to stir up. I posted it and I was like, we've been on some dates, things have been going well, just trying to see if like anybody else has been talking to him or seeing him. Some commented, said we went on a date not too long ago. Like, you're a liar. And then I commented back on it and I was like, you're lying because I literally posted this guy who's not even from here. There's no way anybody would have gone on a date with him. So you're a liar. These straight up will just lie just to ruin some have going on.
She pretty much said what a lot of men are too tired to keep explaining.
Genuinely wondering, are there any good straight men? Like, do they exist?
There are, yeah, but they're running away from you. They can see you coming. They know what this means. These are bird hands. They look like a beak, and you make little pecking motions with them, and sometimes you do this. You open and close for emphasis. And bird hands are what snotty, entitled women do when they're wrong and they plan to be loud about it. Look, I don't consider myself much of a catch, at least not anymore. I think I expired a long time ago. But even I would not put up with this. You're looking for good straight men, but the second-rate straight men are running. Take a look at yourself. I know it's hard, but imagine that you are a good straight man and you come home from work to a bunch of this. Here's what you need to do. Imagine you share your feelings with your fiance and she gives you this face. This is the, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Imagine you're having an argument and she flashes you one of these. This is the, how could you be so wrong? How could you even be? Look at your face. Look at yourself. Do you like you right now? Do you think I like you right now? I don't. And if I don't like you, I would probably be under here if you saw me in real life. If I don't like you, why would the good ones like you? A lot of women have been convinced somehow that their behavior doesn't have anything to do with what they deserve from men, and that's good for your self-esteem or whatever, but none of us agree. Your behavior is very important to us. No one who sees you act like this is gonna go, oh, perfect, there's my future wife.
Good men really aren't that hard to find. Good women, though, that's a completely different story.
Okay, you got a Rihanna forehead like me. It's okay, babe.
Rihanna, you saying I got a big forehead? Scotty, your forehead is way bigger than mine.
I love my forehead.
Take that wig off. Let me see your head.
For her sake, I hope she never takes that wig off ever again.
Ranking delusional beliefs women have about dating from fantasyland to sometimes true. I deserve a 6'4" CEO model who makes $100,000 a year. That man is like 0.01% of the population and has more options than you can even count. You are not competing for him, you are in line behind a million other women who have the exact same checklist. S tier. I only attract toxic men. At some point you might want to look in the mirror, because if every guy you're attracting is toxic, you might be the pattern. You are either picking them or creating the toxicity yourself. B tier. Where are all the good men? Well, they're probably in your DMs right now, but you just called them nice or too boring. And look, maybe they are, but what you're asking for is there. But you won't look twice until you're 34 and the roster has dried up. C tier. I want a traditional man, but I am not traditional. She wants him to pay, lead, and protect, but cooking, cleaning, or submitting to anything, nah, that's oppression. Pick a lane. You can't have 1950s benefits with modern day expectations. S tier. I bring a lot to the table. Ask her what she brings to the table and she will buffer like a broken Wi-Fi connection. My presence, energy, and vibes, that's not a contribution, that is showing up. Meanwhile, her checklist for you is probably 3 pages long. A tier. I can change him. Here's the thing. Sometimes women do help men level up, but there's a big difference between bringing out his potential and building a man from scratch. One works, the other is just going to burn you out. D tier. All men are trash. She's not dating all men, she is dating the same guy with a different name 6 times in a row. I don't know about you, but after a while, maybe the trash collector is the problem here. A tier.
I wouldn't even bother ranking them. All of those ridiculous delusions are equally bad.
And the young girls that are watching those videos think that they need the same men as those influencers do. And I was that young, stupid girl. I watched too many videos of Wizard Liz. And when one very nice, very good guy asked me out, he came to my house by the bus. I was like, oh, he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a job. He invited me to this Burger King. Like, what? Girl, you are 18, freshly 18. Do you have a job? No, you don't. Do you have a car? No, you don't. Then why are you expecting something extraordinary from the same 18-year-old boy? And I lost him. I lost him because I wanted something more, but I already had everything. No guy in my life made me so happy, just childlike happy. And I felt adored. But I was searching for those bullet point things that he should have done, but he never did it. So yeah, I just want to warn some girls out there, please never settle for someone who doesn't want you. But be smart about it.
It's great to hear a modern woman finally talking some sense. If only more could wake up and face reality.
Listen, if you left my life today, nothing would change. Nothing would change in my life. Okay, so stop calling my phone asking me for money then.
You said you was giving it.
No, now you get nothing. You just talked yourself out of a plane ride. You get nothing, no money on my card.
Why do so many women think it's acceptable to beg for money from men?
If I get a girl's number, if I don't like her energy, by the end of the conversation, I'm not going to text her. A few days ago, I saw a girl I was attracted to, approached her, and I said I want to get her number to take her out. She said, why do I want to take her out? I said, well, of course, to get to know you. So she says, okay, I'll think about it. You can get my number. So now I took the number, but of course, why am I going to text a girl that's saying, I'll think about it? What, you doing me a favor? You'll think about it. Stop it. Women like that, gentlemen, that's already a no. You got to vet them immediately. So if I'm already feeling as if she wants to put herself on a particular pedestal and I just met her, and first of all, I already look better than you. That's how I feel in general. I'm not about to deal with this. So anytime you're dealing with a woman and the vibe still isn't right, by the time you're talking to her, just any moment the vibes isn't right, just cut these women off immediately. If they don't have the right chemistry with you, you don't have to try to force it with them.
Pay attention, men. This is exactly what protecting your peace looks like.
Because women, they were not educated for
So oppressed, exactly what I thought you were going to say.
They were not allowed to have a job. They were not allowed to do anything without a man's permission. Nobody will listen to you if you're a woman 100 years ago.
I don't really agree with that, but...
Why not?
Well, I don't think women just never spoke, not that cut and dry, but they had a secondary role. They didn't have a primary role in social conversations or politics, which is the way that it should be. It's not that they should have duct tape on their mouth, and it's not like we should live like Muslims, but Christian societies where women take a secondary role seem to be better. I mean, look at it right now. The last, 80 years, we've given women the same equal voice as men, and they're doing worse than they've ever done. They're less happy, they're having less children later, they are confused because the state tells them that they need to have jobs and be boss babes, and then by the time they're 35, they're childless, and they're single, and they've had with a bunch of dudes and nobody wants them, or they're single moms, and it's because they were told to pursue a career rather than the actual natural proclivities that women are born with, which is to be nurturers and mothers and things of that nature. It's not like it should be against the law for women to work, but I think that if the natural roles of men and women were incentivized from the highest levels down, people would be a lot happier.
It sounds like she was having a hard time keeping up, proving his point all on her own.
How you doing? What's your name? My name Nair.
I'm not interested.
Not interested?
No, I'm good.
All right. You said what?
That's your car?
I can't even hear you.
This your car?
Yeah, it's my car. What's up?
It's nice.
I appreciate it.
I like it.
I like it too.
What's your name again?
I mean, why that matter?
I can't know your name now?
I mean, you just told me that you wasn't interested, right?
I mean, but that was then. This is now.
So what changed then?
I was on my phone. I wasn't paying attention for real.
Paying attention?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I feel like you lying to me playing games
What I gotta
right now.
lie for?
What you mean?
I
You
don't
say you
even know
weren't interested,
you.
right? So you can keep on going by your day.
But
You're
what
not
did
into
I lie
me.
for?
I mean,
You said I wasn't into you. I didn't look up.
I mean, what you said though.
But I didn't look up.
So why say that then?
Because I wasn't looking.
But why say that though? You know what I'm saying?
She wasn't paying attention until his car came into view. Keep walking, gold digger.
What going on here? That's hers.
I'm just surprised she hadn't already claimed that empty drawer space.
Can I just get the number? You mind me asking?
I'm with my man right now.
Huh?
You gonna say anything? Really? Yo, nothing.
You sure you don't want my number? No.
Can I get his number?
No, I want yours.
You want my number?
Yeah, I want your number.
Really? No,
What?
I'm
This your-
good. I'm good. I'm so good.
You said this is your brother?
No, it's my man.
Oh.
You're not gonna say nothing. You're fine if I give him my number.
I don't see
Yeah, sure.
Clearly she failed the test, but do you think he should have stepped in and shut it down, or did he handle it correctly? Leave your take in the comments below. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch some of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.